to kind of sum up this video and to answer the question, is the Samsung Galaxy S8 still worth it in 2021? Well, what I can tell you is that this phone, like I said before, still has a lot of capability. I think there's a lot of pros. There's a few cons, but I really don't think it's that bad of a phone. I feel like the few cons that there are really could sway somebody, one side to the other. They're pretty big cons, but there's only a few of them. First of all, the build quality of this phone is beautiful. This phone still feels like a flagship phone. Whenever I pick this thing up, I take it out of my pocket. If I ever, compare it against one phone to the other, this phone feels just the same, if not even better than a lot of the phones that I've compared it to. I mean, this phone's build quality is beautiful. It still feels really good. The panel on it is freaking amazing. It looks so good. I have really, there's really the best thing about the newer panels is that they have their higher refresh rates, they have less bezel, but this is still a really good panel for the most part. And if you don't care about the, the bezels and all that, this is a really, really good panel. You have the micro SD card slot, which is huge. You have USB Type-C with Samsung DeX, which is huge. And you have a headphone jack, which is also extremely huge on this type of phone. I mean, this is like a, a 4-year-old phone as at this point, but it still has all these peripherals and these IOs, which is really cool. You have a pretty okay camera setup. You have an okay back camera. The front camera is a little bit different, but you have an okay back camera, which is nice. The performance is still pretty good too, but and it's fairly cheap, as I stated before. But the cons, like I stated before, can really sway one person, even if it's one of them. And the biggest, con in my opinion is the software. The software just isn't there. One UI 3 would have been cool. One UI 2 would have been cool. Custom ROM support would have been cool. This phone does not have either of those. This phone stopped at Android 9. We are now on Android 11, so this thing is already outdated. Within the next year or two, a lot of app manufacturers are not going to be supporting apps for Android Pie either. So that's another pretty big thing to keep in mind. So take that as you will. I'm not trying to sway, one person one way or another, but that's a pretty big deal. But however, a lot of these apps are still getting support through the App Store, so you're perfectly fine there. And it's not like you're super outdated. It's not like you're on Android 4 or anything like that. You still have IP certification on this phone too, which is really, really nice. And for a phone that, for somebody who doesn't really care too much about, whatever, this is a perfect phone for those type of people. But if you want a little bit more power, if you want way more power, if you want a phone that's going to last much longer than this phone is still supported, getting a phone like a Samsung Galaxy S10e or Samsung Galaxy S10 will definitely do you much better in the long run, in my opinion. And like I said before, I'll go ahead and leave those linked down below as well. With the Galaxy S8, you can go ahead and kind of choose whichever one you want from there, from my recommendation, but you don't have to get them from there either. You can help support the channel at the same time if you do it. That's really pretty much it, guys. If you have any other questions or anything, let me know in the comment section below. Hit the like button, that would mean so much, but definitely hit the subscribe button. Every single subscriber that we get really does count, so it means so much if you guys could hit that. Also check out the other links down in the description as well. My Twitter, my Instagram, my other channels. More importantly than everything else, I love every single one of you guys. Hopefully I'll catch you guys in the next video. Peace out till then.